So you're thinking about moving to Bellingham, Washington, or more specifically the downtown central core area? Well, you've come to the right video because we're going to take a 3 to 4 mile walk through the main distinct areas of the downtown central core area. I'm going to show you a lot of great restaurants and a few breweries, some parks, some of the great things to do down here. We're going to stop by a few different properties so that you can see what you can get for the money. You're not going to want to miss it, so let's get after it right now. So right now I am right at the roundabout at Boulevard and North State Street. You can see right there behind me. We are at the northern edge of the Boulevard Trail. So if you go down this trail right here, it'll take you down to the Boulevard Park, which check out the South Hill neighborhood. A video if you want to see all about South Hill, which is right up this way here, one of the great neighborhoods here in Bellingham. One of the cool things about Bellingham, of course, is our trail system. So the Boulevard Trail system right there is going to turn around. We're going to head up this trail right here, and that will take us into the Old Town part of Bellingham in the central downtown area. The Waterfront District is right behind me here. So we're going to do this 3 to 4 mile walk, and we're going to stop along different places, show you the restaurants. I'm going to do some walkabouts as well, and you're going to see what it looks like to walk around Bellingham. If you live here, you'll see how great it is for pedestrians and bikers as well. We're really close to Western Washington University, right up the hill there as well. So a lot of the students are going to use this area for their nightlife and hanging out and studying and hanging out with their friends. So let's go check it out. The downtown Bellingham core area does not have any single family homes, so we're going to see a lot of condos and townhomes and apartments like these right behind me here. These are actually on State Street, which is the main thoroughfare right up here that heads north and south and heads down into the South Hill neighborhood and goes back up into the core of Bellingham and Old Town as well. We are at the Stateside Apartments. This is one of the newest apartment buildings right here on State Street. And one of the cool things about this, they have fully furnished apartments. They've got rec centers, they got fitness centers. What else? Pet friendly, panoramic views of the bay. It's just a great place, especially if you're a out-of-town worker, like a traveling nurse or something like that. It's a great place to get some short-term, fully finished apartments. And we're gonna wind our way up through the Old Town. Then we're going to start heading up into the core district of Bellingham, where there's a lot of shops and stores, nightlife, bars, restaurants, all that good stuff. Again, where most of the college students and people like to hang out for their nightlife. There are some apartments and condos there as well. We're going to wind our way north through the Arts District, which has some cool old buildings like the Mount Baker Theater and the Whatcom Museum. Then we're going to go through Maritime Heritage Park, show you a great little park over there. Then we're going to take the Whatcom Creek Trail and head down to the Waterfront District, where we're going to show you the marina and some of the great restaurants down there as well, a few nice parks, and we're going to wind up at one of my favorite restaurants on evenings when there's going to be a great sunset like tonight. It's called the Loft Restaurant. We are at 1001 North State Street here. We have a nice little condo complex. These were built in 2004. There's 1 bedroom, 1 baths, and 2 bedroom, 1 baths, and 3 of them recently sold. There were 2 of them that sold that were 1 bedroom, 1 baths. They came in at $299,000 and $325,000. The 2 bedroom, 1 baths, they sell for around $350,000, and those come in at a square footage of about 830 square feet. They have nice little balconies here that face out to North State Street. They're super close to Western Washington University. A lot of parents buy these for their kids when they come here to go to college because they can get the tax write-off or get a 2 bedroom and rent out one of them to one of their friends. And they keep them for the 4 years they're here, and then they sell them, usually for a profit. There's nice secured garage down below, courtyard in the middle. We are walking on Railroad Avenue, getting ready to pass one of the oldest breweries here in Bellingham, Washington. It is called Boundary Bay. Definitely check out Boundary Bay if you're in the area. You can see behind me here is the farmer's market. So during Saturdays when the weather's nice, 300 to 400 vendors have all sorts of great things to sell. So let's go poke in here and see what's going on a Sunday afternoon at Boundary Bay. The intersection of Railroad and Holly behind me here is the border between Old Town and the core district of Bellingham. It's where like a lot of the nightclubs, a lot of the restaurants. We're gonna head south into the Old Town before we cut back up into the core. and I'm going to show you some of the cool buildings in the Old Town area. And coming up here, we have one of Bellingham's many legalized marijuana shops. This is Chiba Hut. Back in 2012, Washington State became the first state in the United States to legalize recreational use of marijuana, as well as the sales of it. And we are cruising down Holly Street, about to come up on Maritime Heritage Park, one of the bigger parks here. You can see also behind me here is the Whatcom Museum building, Maritime Heritage Park. They got the infamous stair-step trail, which goes up there. It's a nice amphitheater. And then back there into the sunset is Bellingham Bay, which is the Waterfront District. So the cool thing about Maritime Heritage Park, you can come out here, a lot of grassy areas. You got Whatcom Falls Creek, spills into Bellingham Bay. There's some salmon runs there, and the salmon run time you can watch salmon going out to the water. Also, you have Whatcom Creek Trail, which connects a lot of the downtown Bellingham area, helps residents have a nice walk down to the waterfront. One of my favorite places to walk by is the dog rescue and lounge. They have these cute little dogs you can go in and pet. You can hang out in there. The longer you stay, the more they like it. We also have Chuckanut Bay Distillery, which is one of the region's premier distilleries here. They have some great spirits, a great place to come and have some dinner, sit out here, lounge on a nice evening. We are in the heart of the Arts District here, just north of the core area. You can see behind me we have some great landmarks here in Bellingham. Right behind me they call that Bellingham Towers. Yes, that's a plural, even though you only see one. And we got Bellingham's Mount Baker Theater. They were both built in the 20s with the great economic boom. And then it was finished around 1930, and at the time it was 157 feet tall. And it was Bellingham's largest skyrise building here, and it still to this day is. There's nothing taller than the Bellingham Tower. They had a 162-foot neon sign on top of it, which said Bellingham Hotel. It was the largest neon sign in the world at that time, and a few years later they took it down after some teenage boys and another guy kept climbing up to the top taking pictures. So those are two great landmarks. We are at 1015 Railroad Avenue at the Moore Square condominiums. You can see there's two buildings with an alley right between them here. These are great units built in 2004. It features 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and 2 bedroom, 2 bath units. 5 of these properties have recently sold here in the downtown area, and they range in price. With the 1 bedroom, 1 bath, they started around $350,000, go up to $425,000, depending on if they have a view of the bay, because this building here on the back side has a great westerly view out to Bellingham Bay. The 2 bedroom, 1 bath, they started about $499,000 to $550,000, again depending on whether they have a view of the bay. The 1 bedrooms have a square footage just over 700, and the 2 bedrooms come in at right around 950 square feet. They have great underground secured parking as well. And as I spin around here, you can see right behind me, that is Boundary Bay Brewery, one of the most popular breweries here in Bellingham, the oldest one as well. We got the farmers market right over there as well on Saturdays. In the summer you can go down there and get your produce. This is one of the better buildings here in the downtown area as well, as you can see, with 5 units being sold. Again, very, very close to Western Washington University. And I almost forgot to mention there's a civic area where they have the Whatcom County Courthouse behind me here, as well as the jail, sheriff's department. You can get a point of reference behind me there. You see the Bellingham Towers, and the library is just down the street over here. a lot of law offices. This is where oftentimes you go to change the tags in your cars, pay your parking tickets, all that good stuff. This is in the very north part of the downtown Bellingham area, and we're gonna head off now down to the waterfront, where we're gonna check out the marina, Zuanich Park, and like I said, we're gonna stop and end it at the Loft Restaurant. I'm gonna go in and see if we can get some good sunset shots while I'm grabbing dinner. So I'm walking along Maritime Heritage Park, went right past the salmon hatchery. You still see a few late stragglers of those salmon running up the stream, heading up to lay their eggs for next year's salmon. So it's a great little walk through here. It's a boardwalk area. We're right along Whatcom Falls Creek. We're almost down to Holly Street again, where we're gonna head up the Waterfront District and check out the marina. To my right here, you see this brand new building going up. This is the brand new Lighthouse Mission. It was an old building there. I think it was built probably around the early 1900s that served the homeless people here in Bellingham. And I met this really nice guy, and we got into a conversation. He was wondering what I was doing, and he wanted to make sure that I showcase, you know, some of the not so good things about Bellingham. And I am gonna be having some videos coming up here in the near future called The Pros and Cons of Bellingham, Washington, where I'm gonna talk about some of the not so good things about Bellingham, things that we need to work on, like a lot of cities do as well. I'm walking along Roeder Avenue here, and right behind me you can see, what do you know, another brew pub here in Bellingham, Washington. That's Ponderosa. Another great location, just opened up recently. They got a lot of good beers and ciders and some good food in there. Nice outdoor patio. Great place to watch the sunset. Welcome to Zuanich Point Park here in the Waterfront District. This is a great park to come hang out. You get a lot of vantage points of Bellingham. You can see the marina, the Squalicum Harbor and Marina. Got the Squalicum Boathouse. A lot of people rent that out for weddings, company parties. We got Bellingham Bay to the southwest there. Got the Bellwether Hotel on the other side over there. There's a lot of great shops and restaurants as well. And there's a nice little trail that you can walk around here. It's pretty easy, level, a lot of benches. People picnic out here. On windy days, they're flying a lot of kites. You get to see the boats coming in and out. It's a couple nice restaurants back down the way where we first walked in. Got the Bellingham Yacht Club, as well as Nicki's Bella Marina Restaurant, America's Cup Coffee Shop. So this is a great place to come and watch fireworks the 4th of July. Also a great place to come watch the sunset. So definitely Zuanich Point Park is a place you want to check out if you just want to relax and not walk too much. Also right behind you can see over there is most of Bellingham, the different neighborhoods I've already talked about. We got Western Washington University perched up on the hill there, South Hill, and the Central Core to give you some perspective right behind me there. So let's walk around Zuanich Point Park a little bit, and then we'll head back to the Loft to get some dinner and watch the sunset. So I finally made it to the end of my walk, and I think I walked, let me see here on my watch, 4.35 miles. So if you're up for a big hike and you want to check out all of Bellingham, expect to do about a 5-mile walk, and boy, my feet hurt, so I'm glad I'm here at the restaurant. Gonna enjoy some great Cajun mac and cheese, and I got a beautiful sunset here. It's a great place, so check out the Loft. I want to thank you for sticking around to the end of this video, and if you liked it, be sure to subscribe below and tap the bell icon for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market here in Bellingham, Washington. My name's Dale Servicek, and I'm with the Living in Bellingham, Washington team, and every single day we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you, and you. We absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to the Bellingham, Washington area. And how about you? Have you ever lived in the downtown core area? Be sure to leave some comments below on what you liked and didn't like. Until next time, hope to see you around town.